Hello, everybody. How are you this morning? And welcome to Tuesday morning. This is our business growth insights training. And as per usual, we are here to deliver some wonderful information that is going to help you in your business to build, grow, and scale to the next level. So, guys, I can see that I'm live on LinkedIn. Hey, everybody. I can see that I'm live on Facebook. Hi, everybody on Facebook. Hello, everybody on YouTube as well, because I can see that I'm live on there. We are just everywhere today. We are out and about, which is fantastic. Guys, if you are jumping on live, no matter where you're watching from, I would love you to say g'day to me in the comments so we can, as you know, all feel like we're in the room together, because that's what it's all about. It's not about me talking to my camera. It's about us being together. Hello, Sandy. How are you, lovely lady? It's lovely to have you joining us. Now, guys, just really briefly, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ali Sugars, and I am the founder of the Heart and Soul Business Academy, which is where we love teaching people, as I mentioned, to build, grow, and scale your businesses to the next level. And we work on 4 main pillars, which are mindset, marketing, motivation, and momentum. And we are going to, and that's what these trainings are all about, is always diving into one or more of those pillars. Say hello, Parmay. How are you, my lovely lady? I can see that Dean is watching. Sandy's watching. Parmay's watching. May's watching. How are you, everybody? All right. Now, so as per usual, we have half an hour. I'm going to get straight on with the training. But if you are jumping on, say g'day. If you are watching the replay, pop hashtag replay. And if you have any questions as we go along, or if you'd like to pop in a comment, please do so, because I love to interact with you all. All right, so we are going to talk today about building powerful connections, right? Networking for success, creating momentum in your business relationships. Now, this is something. Hello, Alicia. How are you, darling? Hi, Dino. Now, this is some really interesting information, because I know when people think of networking, right? Now, tell me if this is you, right? I know I do. When I used to think of networking, we think of those over-the-top networking events where you just go and you say good day to everybody who's there, and you throw them your business card, and, you know, they throw theirs back at you, only to probably either put them in the bin afterwards, or to have them sitting on your desk for hours, you know, for days, months on end, and nothing gets done with those business cards, right? Or, so who's had that? Me. Lots and lots and lots. Now, something else that we can see networking as we do the cold direct messaging, private messaging, right? Asking someone if you would, you know, if they would like to buy your products, book in for a free chat, and it's just cold, right? It's cold messaging. Who remembers the day? Oh God, who remembers the day of the cold calling? I had some jobs like that, and I got to be honest, I hated them with a passion, because people don't like it, right? You know, the old phone calls you get like at 6:30 at night, just as you're sitting down to eat dinner. Love them. Hey, Lainey, how are you, lovely? Okay, so what I want to bring to your attention today is that there is a whole lot more to networking than just chucking someone your business card and hoping for the best, right? Or sending someone a private DM and hoping for the best, okay? But let me tell you, when you network and when you get it right, it's one of the most, if not the most powerful way to grow your business. And let's explain. Okay, so networking authenticity. Now, what we need to do is, instead of just, you know, saying hello to people and then never seeing them again, or sending them a private message and asking them for something and never chatting to them again, is building meaningful connections. So no more exchanging meaningless business cards. I mean, don't get me wrong, don't be afraid to hand your business card out. I was at a networking event recently where people were taking my business card because I was having a discussion with them. That's a big difference than just shoving it in their face, right? Who agrees with that? Let me know in the chat. And so what we need to do is, when we look at building meaningful connections, we need to look at it, at networking, as business internet dating, right? So think about it. Business internet dating. Have a conversation, right? Thankfully, I'm not on internet dating anymore. Thank God, right? But I've been through that where, you know, people, they don't have a conversation with you. It's straight to the point, right? So you've had it, Sandy, you hate cold messaging. Dean, yep, you've had it too, yep. And so, but it's lovely to just have a conversation with someone, right? So think of networking as business internet dating. I don't know how I'm going to keep that going, but anyway. And now actively listen, guys, to what, when you are talking to someone, whether it's on a chat, whether you're on a Zoom call, whether you are in person, wherever it is, on the phone, whatever, listen to what the other person is saying rather than wondering what you can potentially get out of them. Now, I have been that person. I am not going to lie. I have been that person. And I used to attend events and it used to piss me off to no end. And I would see people doing this. They would be talking to me and I'd be responding to their question. But instead of them listening to what I was saying, they would be looking around the room to see if there was someone better or more interesting that they could talk to, because they were more likely to get something out of them than they were from me. Now, who do you like? Do you think I'm going to want to continue a conversation with that person or even come back for another one? Hell no. And honestly, it used to jack me right off. So when you are having a conversation with someone, ask them questions about themselves, but listen to the answers, right? And don't just talk about yourself either. I know we are so passionate about our businesses. We are so passionate about what we do. And that's not a bad thing, right? However, don't just talk about yourself. Maybe wait for them to ask you questions about your business. And that's when you can break into your elevator pitch or your introduction of what you do. You know, don't just rattle off your elevator pitch like a robot. Keep it natural. You know, so, I mean, I have, you know, I said basically my elevator pitch at the start of this. I said, you know, I'm the founder and principal of the Heart and Soul Business Academy. We help people build, grow, and scale their businesses and use 4 main pillars. Okay, so that's essentially my elevator pitch. I don't always say it exactly like that when I'm talking to someone at a networking event or when I'm, you know, first of all, I'm having first contact with someone. Because some of them will go, oh, that just sounds like a spill that you rattle off. And while it is, sometimes that's not the natural way that it comes out in conversation. So keep it natural, as natural as you can. And think about, right, when you're networking, how can you help other people? Because this is what we're in business to do. We are in business to help others. Remember that. And that includes those you're networking with, guys, right? You never know, and I've got plenty of examples of this. You never know where a conversation can lead organically. So, absolutely, yeah, there you go. So when this is something that a lot of people won't think to do, right? Introducing people to other people, offer them support if you can, and share some knowledge, right? So this creates a big level of trust, especially when you first meet someone, right? Remember, this is business internet dating, and you've got to build that trust as soon as you possibly can. Know, like, and trust, right? So one of the biggest ways to do that is to share your knowledge. Now, let me be clear here. You don't want to share all your knowledge, okay? Because I know a lot of people, and again, I've been one of these people. Where is the line that I draw where I'm not sharing all my deep knowledge, okay? And if you want to learn how to do that, we teach this in the Heart and Soul Business Academy. So you've got to have boundaries of what you're willing to share in a networking session and what you're not, okay? But share your knowledge, share some of your knowledge, offer support if you can. And if when you're chatting to someone, you know another person in business that can help them with the problem they're talking about, let them know, right? Pass on a name. Oh, I know someone who builds incredible websites. I'll give you their name. Or here, let's look them up, and let's look them up on Facebook, and this is the person, right? That is the huge way of getting people to trust you and sharing your knowledge, right? It might seem counterintuitive, but it's actually not, because people are going to appreciate that. Who's ever done that? Has anybody ever been out there and gone, oh, I know someone, who, well, let's use a website, for example. Well, I know someone, or someone said, I need to build a website and I don't know how to do it. Oh, I know someone who can help you with that. And you've passed on a name. I bet you've kept in contact, or that other person has kept in contact with you. So utilize both personal and digital platforms, right? We've mentioned in person. We've also mentioned digital online as well. So it's not just in person. You've done that many times. Good on you, Sandy. You rock, girlfriend. So networking isn't just in person, right? We know that. Internet Business Day, remember? Okay. So there are people, let me say that again. Where are the people that you want to network with? Where is your ideal client and or your ideal collaborator hanging out? So if you are business to business, if you're looking for your ideal client or your ideal collaborator, you might like to try networking events that are based on LinkedIn or X/Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's more business to business. If you're business to consumer, you'll probably find them on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok. Even I don't know a lot about TikTok yet. That's what I've got to learn. But think about where your people are hanging out, and that's where you need to go and be doing your networking as well. So don't stay shy in the background. Get out there and get involved. And this is something that I've had to remind myself of a lot lately, right? So participate in communities, forums, events, Facebook groups, all of that. You guys know, and I've said it plenty of times, that I've said, when I used to go to in-person networking events, I was really shy. I would hide in a corner, scared to death to either have someone come and talk to me or go and talk to someone. That was partly because I hadn't worked on my mindset. Well, that was probably more to the point. And, I was going through a lot of stuff. I was recreating myself and relearning who Ali was. And I was scared, even though I wanted to be in business, I was really, really scared of being in business. Does that even make sense? Who's been there? Who's been in a position where you've really wanted to be in business and you're determined to make it happen, but you're scared of then having a client or making that sale because then you have to deliver. That was 100% me. And I was scared of having those conversations because I didn't know where they were going to lead. And I didn't know how to have them properly either. But and that's not just in person. That's also been online as well. I used to be horrible. I used to be awful and robotic when I went into sales calls. Now it's just having conversation. That's all it is. That's what networking is. Having a conversation, getting to know someone. You can relate? Yeah, good on you, Dino. Now, engaging content. We want people online to read our content. We want it to be engaging. And again, this is something we go very deep into the Heart and Soul Business Academy. But don't just engage with your own content. So your content is engaging. You're getting people commenting on it and everything, and you're replying to their comments. Fantastic. But don't just stick to your own. Don't just stick to your own content and your own posts. Engage with others' content as well. And if you can, just like we spoke about before, share some advice. It doesn't need to be in-depth advice, stuff that you would maybe put in a course or something, or whatever, something that you would train other, train your clients with. But don't be afraid to share information with them, because you will get their attention. And the more people see you not only engaging on your content, but engaging on others' content as well, that's when people are going to start to take notice. Their ears or their eyes are going to prick up, right? I'm going to go, what's happening? Who's this person? I want to know more. I love this. Nurture and maintain relationships. Nurture and maintain. So follow up and follow through, guys, right? If you find that you have a true connection with someone, keep the connection going. Don't just leave it up to them. This is what I love to do. When I was, again, I was recently at a networking event, and, I made several beautiful connections, beautiful people. Now, I had a choice. I could come home, I got their business cards, and I could throw the business cards away. But because we had such a powerful connection already, I didn't spam them, right? All I asked when I took their business card is your Facebook on here? Because if it is, I'll connect with you. If it wasn't, I connected with them then and there, right? I connected with them on Facebook and just sent them a hello message. That was all I did. Hey, it was great to catch up with you at such and such an event. Look forward to, seeing your posts, and look forward to chatting further. There's nothing about business in there, but we're following up and we're following through with these people to keep that connection going. It's not pushy, it's not salesy, it's simply just having a connection. Be personable and show, that's a funny word, isn't it? I love that. And show genuine interest. So guys, it becomes a really fine line when you know that you can help someone, and especially if they're your ideal client, right? Not to get really salesy with them. It does, because we are so passionate about what we do and about what we sell. We want to just share it with them, which isn't a bad thing. It's great to be passionate about what you do and what you have to share. But the best way is simply to connect with people rather than getting all salesy and shoving the business cards at them, or, whatever. The best way to stay connected is to just be human, hold regular conversations, and, like I have said before, show interest in them. Show interest in them. And they, in turn, if they know how to network properly too, they will show interest in you. And if they don't get upset, because you still never know where your conversation that you're having with them can lead. And I've got some incredible examples. So engage and encourage regular interaction, right? Again, don't be pushy though. Don't be pushy. And I'll give you some examples, some brilliant examples. Most of you will, I think here, will know. Susie Manley, right? Everybody knows that Susie has a wonderful virtual expo. Susie is one of my best friends. Now I hold a virtual expo simply because one day I met Susie through her virtual expo, and one day I opened up a chat with her just to say, I love what you're doing. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you for letting me be involved. Now I have been able to start my own virtual expo modeled on Susie's expo, and we support each other. But not only that, we are best mates, but we have done multiple collaborations together. We have ideas for multiple collaborations in the future, and it's just so exciting. And this all started, guys, because of a networking conversation. Susie at the time ran a networking business. I at the time was a personal coach. We're both doing completely different things now. But man, what has come of that one conversation is, I can't even say how powerful that is. It's incredibly powerful. gets me emotional because I know what's come of that conversation. Another person is my beautiful Claire Williams. Again, one of my best mates. Came through, same place, Susie's Virtual Expo. Claire signed up for a call with me. She didn't work with me. She decided not to work with me at that stage. We kept in touch, right? I never pitched to her. Never again did I. We kept in touch. We saw each other in the expos. We messaged each other a couple of times, right? But we kept in touch. And it wasn't until a year later when I started the Heart and Soul Business Academy that Claire became my second, was it first or second? I'm pretty sure it was my second client into the Heart and Soul Business Academy ever. Because that was the time when we were meant to, when she was meant to, and I was meant to, we were meant to work together. Let's put it that way. But not only that, because of that initial call, yes, she became my client, but Claire now is so much more than my client. She's also one of my best friends. And I lived with her for 6 months, for crying out loud. This has all come from networking. I have lots of other friends who it's been the same thing. Whether we have met in person or whether we haven't, we are still very good friends, but we are also business colleagues. And we all support each other in our business. So it's not just friendships, it's business, it's collaborations, it's being involved in people's markets, it's all that type of thing. Hey, Pam, how are you, lovely? Lovely to have you joining us. So these collaborations, guys, so what I'm trying to say is networking can be so, so, so powerful when it's done properly. When it's done with a heart of how can I help you rather than what can I get from you. And I think that's actually what stopped me from going to networking events, especially in-person ones, for a long, long, long time. Because when I was going to them years and years ago, right, and this was before COVID, when I was going to these networking events before COVID, that was all I was seeing. And because I was in that mind frame of not back to myself yet, or, let's say not back to myself yet, I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how to network. I didn't know how to properly communicate. So it wasn't until I did find myself again where everything came back to me, right? Everything I've learned in HR, in being a team leader, in all that type of stuff, in all the sales that I've done over the last 30 years. Networking, guys, when done properly, can lead to incredible situations, incredible sales, incredible collaborations, incredible connections. Even if it doesn't come to a sale, it doesn't matter. You never know when it's going to lead you. My expos, because of Susie, are now starting to sell out. Not all because of Susie, because like we put in the effort too. You know what I mean? Like they're our expos, we run them. But if it wasn't for Susie, I wouldn't have those expos. And now they're selling out. Claire is one of my biggest supporters, if not my biggest supporter, for the Heart and Soul Business Academy. So who's ready? Who's ready to go deeper? Who's ready to, collaborate more? Who's ready to network more? Who's ready to go deeper and learn how to do the networking and create that engaging content and all that type of stuff that you need to put yourself out there and get people's eyes on you to see you as the expert. Guys, I would love to invite you to come and have a chat with me. Like I said, it's just a chat, it's just a discussion. Pop Academy in the comments, and I'd love to have the opportunity to learn more about you and your business, right? And yes, then absolutely, if you're interested in that call, I will let you know more about the Heart and Soul Business Academy, where it's very easy to access. There's heaps of content in there. We keep you up to date in the strategies, and it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun in our academy. Hey, Senley, how are you, lovely? So just one more thing I want to remind you of, that every single person who joins the Heart and Soul Business Academy, 5% of all proceeds are donated to Rise Up Australia. This is because I have a powerful connection with people who are experiencing family and domestic violence. I've been there myself, and that just gives me a heartwarming feeling to be able to donate to Rise Up Australia. I always cry when I say that. Anyway, so guys, pop Academy in the comments. Pam, no worries, I see that. We'll be in contact with you shortly. But like I mentioned, I'd love to just have a chat with you guys. It's no obligation. But yeah, it would be wonderful to learn about you and your business and see how we can help you. So guys, I really sincerely hope this has helped you this morning with your networking and remembering that it is a powerful thing, right? So just think about this. There's one thing that I want to leave you with today. It would be this. Whenever you go into a networking session, how can you help everybody in the room? And if you have a business card, don't be afraid to hand it out, but have a conversation with them first. And I'm just going to leave you with one big example of what not to do, right? And this, because I saw this happen. This is literally the week before COVID hit and the world shut down. I was in a networking session, and it was a free training that the lady who became my coach was. And this lady walked in the door, and I remember her. I can picture her vividly. She had a stack of business cards, and she literally went round. She didn't speak respectfully, didn't speak English very well, but she went round and she kind of said, "Oh, hello, how are you?" And through her business card, kind of handed her a business card. And she never asked, she never stopped to have a conversation with anybody. She never looked at anybody in the eye and never had a conversation. She just kind of, "Oh, how are you?" and handed people her business card. She went round the room and came back to me. She couldn't even remember, because she didn't have a conversation with me, she couldn't remember that she'd already given me her card. And I said to her, "Thank you, but I've already got your card. Tell me a bit about yourself." And she didn't. She's like, "Oh, okay, thank you," and went on to the next person. So there's an example of what not to do. If you have a business card and you're going to give it to someone, hand it to them while you're having a conversation, you're actively listening. All right, I'm going to leave it there today, guys. Thank you for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. We will see you again next Tuesday for our Business Growth Insights. And again, if you would like more information on the Heart and Soul Business Academy, pop the word Academy in the comments and we will be in touch with you guys. Mwah. Have an absolutely fantastic day, everybody. Bye.